Are we on? We're on. One thing I want to talk to you guys about today is the kids. The teenagers are youth, the youth of the nation. Right now there's more technology and more avenues to acquire good, wholesome information. What has happened is it's gone. What they're doing, and when you say they, they're, whoever they is, they have conspired with us as individuals to individually sculpt our minds into such a bad place. Today's teenagers don't know to know. Like, they don't know that learning and knowledge is more important than Dougieing or seeing knowing Lil Wayne's new entire album or song or whatnot. They don't know this. And even though it's in their face, a lot of them have been told that many of the things that are true about what the government is doing, what politics aren't doing, and what isn't happening and why it isn't happening has been given up to lies. Basically, the system said, your parents told you what? And the kids were like, okay. Because even, my generation, my parents, they didn't know. They didn't know. This stuff happened right under their noses. They were told propaganda and they were told different stories. They didn't know. My generation knew, but we didn't really have a way to facilitate it to everybody the way we wanted to. This new generation, and it's quick. It's going quick. Like, oh, we don't know, but we care. Oh, we know and we care, but we can't really get it going. Oh, we don't give a. So what I'm trying to figure out is how can we reach today's youth to get them back in the game, to get them motivated that we can, because I'm doing the research, the Venus Project, the resource-based economy. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if they see this, that it's possible, like technologically and technically possible, and realistic and legit, if they can see that, we can motivate more of them. Because, when you're that age, you are more rebellious, and you're more open, and you're more creative, and you're more fresh. So if we can get more teenagers, especially, like, I would like to say minorities or urban teens, involved in the promotion or the advocacy of a resource-based economy and the Venus Project, I think we can change the world into a resource-based economy using hip-hop as the avenue. Like, not the avenue, not just one avenue, but it seems like to get the general population, to get the masses aware of a resource-based economy and the Venus Project, it seems like hip-hop would be the way to go. So I basically am reaching out to the teenagers with this video. I know it's not your fault. I mean, it wasn't your fault. Somebody in prison told me that it wasn't instant awareness, it was instant acknowledgement. I instantly acknowledge things. Like, if you tell me something that bugs you about me that I do that I don't have to do around you, like if I, and not sloogie all over you, if you say that bugs me, I can have instant acknowledgement and never do that again around you. If that's something I did. Never again. I believe that we can tell these kids, look, this is what we have possible. You don't have to give up your Lil Wayne, you don't have to give up your sneakers, you don't have to give up this, that, and the other. But if we do this, then the world will be unrealistically tight. It'll be so dope. It'll be so amazing. It'll be so progressive and positive. And just many of the things that we take for granted as everyday living, society, murder, all, would not be happening. You'd feel free to go places and not feel like some cartel's gonna kill you. Or you go someplace and the poor people there won't try to, take your shit because you're American and they just assume you got it like that. I just want to see you as the youth of our nation and our world step up. I got down on some kid today, dude, because he was like, he posted something where it said, if you don't like this, you're gay. If you comment, you're in a relationship. If you're single, if you like it, you're single. I was like, what are you doing, dude? That's the best thing you can come up with. And then I see the ones where it's like, give me 5 likes and I don't know. But I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a waste of time. And actually, I think if somebody did post, give me 5 likes, and they actually did it, I think that's more worth it than. You don't like this or share it, then you're gay. What are you talking about? Do you know what's happening to your future? Do you know what's happening to your air, to your water, to your food, to your rights, to your laws, to everything that you will be operating in this system? If it's still around in the form that it is now, you will have to live in it. And then, like, I'm looking at it, and these are little wannabe hip-hop kids, or what would be called hip-hop. They're not. They're just fraudulent. These teens are so fraudulent. They don't care about shit if it ain't makeup, hair, nails, dug in, hat daddy in. Who can do that? Who knows Lil Wayne's album the best? When I was coming up, everybody could rap. It was you go to a party, there's 5 black dudes sitting there, they rapping. It was a language. But nowadays, it's not a language, but it can be used to transcend the system. And then after that, it'll spark such creativity and freedom within the artists that it'll just be like, oh man, way more people be famous than there are now. Because people would know. There's plenty of artists out there that aren't getting any exposure because the industry will not allow them to have the exposure. And then you have YouTube and stuff like that, but people have been conditioned to like certain things. This is what's hot, this is what's not. And these kids are the ones that are the worst, the most influenced by it. That's what it seems like. They've been influenced by it to a point where it's like, if you talk to somebody like that, as long as he getting paid, as long as he making that money. So what you're telling me is that they can play this song at the skating rink, which is not only degrading anybody who is not wealthy, anybody who is not a bunch of girls, anybody who is not smoking a bunch of, just degrading other people's lifestyles. The same people, obviously, if you have a fan base, all your fan base ain't rich, so the same people that you're clowning are the same people who got you where you are. Like, I like a little bit of Wiz Khalifa's music, but he said something along the lines of, you holding on to what I'm smoking on today, so you're bragging because I have to ration my weed. So you're clowning me for that. So you're expecting me to buy your album, and you're clowning me for that. So then who's your target audience? Is it just rich people, or people who are wealthy, or people who are ambitious to be wealthy? That wasn't Michael Jackson's message, and I aspired to influence people the way he did, to not that way, but I inspired to influence people the way he did, as far as changing people's hearts and changing people's minds about the world, being able to save the world, being able to not be racist, being able to improve the world. And in these kids today, everything is such a fad that even Michael Jackson's a fad, liking him is a fad, wearing his shirt is a fad. And not even a fad, I don't even know the correct word for it. It's just empty. It's empty because there's no emotion behind it. There's no feeling behind it. There's no honor behind it. There's no intention behind it. And that's what I see, a bunch of kids with no honor, no intention, no nobility, no courage, no bravery. And there's a few, but they don't get the widespread coverage that moronic kids do. Or they don't even give themselves the courage, because even on Facebook I have plenty of kids that are awesome. Kayla, gotta send a shout out to you. Kenzie, Michaela, who else? Daniel, Travion, my cousin. There's a bunch of them. Like, there's kids that'll ask me, oh, you know, what about Obama? Isn't he not doing some of the stuff he said? Yeah. They see it as, oh, he's not doing what he said like the other presidents. No, he was never going to do these things. He's not capable of doing these things. He was always going to do whatever he was going to do. I've said that many times. Just a really sick puppet for that. If you guys can come up with ways to help support parents dealing with today's youth, if you have any ideas about how we can progress and improve their awareness of the possibilities of a resource-based economy, the Venus Project, check out thevenusproject.com, mind you. I would really like for there to be more promotion of the Venus Project itself. And I was talking to Nicole Fang on Facebook. She's working really closely with the media department, and we need to get more promotion and advocation, not just of a resource-based economy, but the Venus Project itself, because obviously if you've been there and you are a part of the movement, you know that they are at the forefront of realizing a resource-based economy. So step up, step out, get involved, subscribe here. You know, I think about it like, what can make me famous? You've seen the Antoine Dotson video, you've seen the Asians in the Library video, you've seen all these little viral videos, and most of them don't amount. We need just one Venus Project viral video. So if I put a firecracker in my hole and light it on fire and blow out, Will you check out the Venus Project? Teenagers, if I fucking jump off of my roof, put my head through my windshield, if I pull up on bitches and spit at them, spit rocks at them, loogie covered rocks that I've been drinking alcohol with and it's thrown up on, and I shoot it at them, will you pay attention then? If I get like some really tight rapper and every now and then I'm like, we can have clean air, and he like goes back to tight rapping about clubs and bitches and like that, and then I come back in, we can have clean food, clean water, and technology can help us have better homes and better communities. It's not gonna sound all like corny, like like, but what is it gonna take for us, the people who are trying to save y'all stupid, to get the exposure or the attention that you give the stupidest ever? That's what I want to know. You guys suck. That's all I'm saying. You guys suck. And your parents suck. And your parents' parents suck. And you have to go back like 5,000 years before you start phasing out of the sucky suck. We're clogging ourselves into like these little punk-ass little cities, and then we're raising our families there. And these kids learn everything. They're influenced by everything. But you guys still have the ability to make the choice. And that is what this show is about. That's what the Venus Project is about. That is what being a human is about. You still have the choice. You still are able to make a choice. Yeah, I'm on this. Like, I like to Dougie. I like skinny jeans. I like girls who sit there and post about their nails and their hair all day. I like that. That's fine. But you can do this too. Like, I promise you, you can be like, hey, you ever heard of this, that, and the other? Every now and then when you're talking to people or something. But kids think stuff like that is weird. I got caught weird today, and I had to let that fool know. What you call weird, that you don't understand because you're too stupid to realize that you're stupid. It's like, like, you guys are just gross. So you got deleted, dude. You know who you are or you don't know who you are. It doesn't even matter. But that's what I'm saying. I just need more help with the youth, man. Y'all are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You guys are supposed to be at the forefront of rebellion, not older uncles that are taking over like, hey, bro, you need to check it out on the internet. You know, they're talking about Monsanto and your food, man. They're talking about poisons in your food. You got your older uncles doing that shit, or you got your older cousins doing that. Some of y'all's parents. Y'all are supposed to be the ones trying to convince us that this is the way to go. You're supposed to be telling, you guys got it in your head that gay is okay. Y'all got it in your head that racism is stupid. So get it in your head that we can save the world, realistically. Get rid of money. Money is not the way to run a society. Not on Earth. I don't want to reduce you guys to statistics. I want you guys to be as free and open as you're trying to be, but not on the dumb side. You guys are being like on the negative side of free and open. I'll be free to be and not be about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Be about something. Be about something. I know y'all need some mentors. I know y'all need some fathers. I know y'all need some attention. I know y'all need some guidance. I know you need all this stuff, but you can give it to yourself. Nobody taught me to believe and know what I know. Nobody taught me to look for it. Of course, they think I'm crazy and they think I'm weird, but hey, genius is rarely understood. Thank you for stopping by. Subscribe, comment below, check shit out, tell your fucking friends. I can rap, I can juggle. I don't know how to juggle, but I can juggle. I'll just stand here and juggle. I'll do whatever it fucking takes to get y'all to share shit with your friends so that y'all can get up on and we can realize a Venus Project and the resource-based economy. Word. Evolve Live.
Fine. You're going to call off your rigorous investigation. You're going to publicly state that there is no underground group. Or these guys are going to take your balls. They're going to send one to the New York Times, one to the LA Times press release style. Look, the people you are after are the people you depend on. Cook your meals. Call your tracks. We connect your calls. We drive your ambulances. We guard you while you sleep. Do not